IndyCar overview. IndyCars are unlike any sort of passenger vehicle and are made specifically for racing. They sit low to the ground with wheels and side components that extend away from a narrow central spine. All Indy cars have the exact same chassis or body manufactured by Dallara. There are very strict rules about adjustments and modifications. This means the shape of every single Indy car is the same. This is unlike F1, where teams come up with their own designs and changes. Having one standard chassis enables all racers to at least start with the base of an equitable car. Indy cars have a single seat cockpit that encloses the driver's body. There are no doors, so the drivers climb into the car from the top. The top of the cockpit is completely open, making it an open air car. Modern Indy cars are only open on the top, above the driver's head. The front and sides of the driver are protected by an aero screen. The aero screen is a driver crash protection system that consists of a curved titanium frame in front of and slightly above the driver's head to protect them from injury. The windscreen, which we would normally think of as a windshield, is a laminated polycarbonate. It is impact resistant and protects drivers from being struck by flying objects. There are a number of exterior tear offs that can be quickly removed during pit stops so the driver maintains a clear view without stopping to wash their windows. This also helps to avoid fog or condensation buildup. In just the few years the aero screen has been in use in IndyCar, it is credited with protecting many drivers from serious injury and even probable death. Another important safety feature is the roll hoop. This is the structure that sits straight up behind the driver's head. It is extremely strong and load bearing, which ensures that if a car flips over, the car slides on the roll hoop instead of the driver's head. The aero screen protects the driver from the front. The roll hoop protects the driver if the car is upside down or if another car lands on top of it. These are open wheel cars, meaning the wheels are outside the main body of the car. Regular cars have covered wheels because they are inside the body or under the fenders. Instead of being tucked up under the sides of the car, they're pushed out to the sides and attached with narrow bars. This allows the front of the car to be very skinny and come to a point called the nose. The nose is the front of the center spine, the main body of the car. The number of each car is located on the front of the car in the middle of the nose. On either side of the nose are two front wings. These are thin pieces that run from each side of the nose out to the front wheels. They are mostly flat and parallel to the ground. They work together with the rear wings to create aerodynamic downforce and balance, which makes the car go faster. The wings can be adjusted during pit stops as needed to improve handling. Sometimes you'll hear they did a quarter turn or a quick wing adjustment or something similar. They aren't physically moving the wings, just turning a special wrench to make a slight adjustment internally. While the center spine of the car isn't much wider than the driver, there are attached side pods that extend on both sides, starting roughly at the front of the cockpit to the rear tires. This is also part of the predetermined chassis by Dallara and houses many of the car's components. They also serve to protect the drivers from side collisions. This is the biggest flat surface and where a large majority of the sponsorship logos and individual car details are displayed. Another difference between IndyCar and regular passenger cars is that the engine is behind the driver instead of in front. Behind the engine, the car narrows again. The same type of bars as the front hold the rear tires outside of the main body. The last part of the car is the rear wing. Unlike the front wings, which are very low to the ground and in two separate pieces, the rear wing is one piece and sits slightly higher than the tires. It can be adjusted as well. All drivers use the same tires, Firestone Firehawks. There are just two types, soft and hard. Each race has different rules about how many different tires they can use and which type they need to be. The teams decide how to use them within those guidelines. The teams also have a choice of engine, either Honda or Chevy. Open wheel cars are specifically for racing. There are very few street legal open wheel cars, and they would be impractical and unsafe.